Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. We're going to talk about negotiation and how it's changed in the recent couple of years and what to look out for and how to handle it, okay? Both with flipping property and with surplus funds. What has become common these days, and I'm certainly not going to fit into the current mold, okay? I was born in the 60s, grew up in the 70s and 80s. I don't fall in the current mode or mold. However, I know how to handle this, and you guys need to listen up. Because what it has become is about perception and validation. That's what it's become. Why has it become that? Because people don't know how to argue effectively anymore. So instead of arguing about something, presenting their case and having somebody present their case and then come to some sort of agreement, they just go, you're not validating me, and my perception is my perception. You don't get to question it. Hey, that's what being an adult is. People have different perceptions, and people only get to argue with them. We got flat earthers, we got round earthers, we got COVID, anti-vax, we got vax, there's always going to be an argument. Make your case. If they don't agree, move on. Be an adult. That's what being an adult is. So 2 things I'm going to talk about. One is when I used to do deals that were flipping, at first I was sending them the offer, and what I would do, because I knew, hey, I'm not giving them, true value. Obviously, I have to be able to flip it, make a profit. Is I would validate it by, or validate. Oh Lord, there comes that word again. I would justify my offer. I would say, by the way, we got a picture of the house. We know we got to do this, 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 and this. And I would use real numbers. This is what it's going to cost to do this, 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 and this. Now, was I actually going to do that? No, but the person I was selling it to, I was going to flip it. I was going to buy it from the owner, give him cash, not assign the contract, buy it from the owner for a certain amount, flip it to an investor for cash in a couple weeks, and let that be their problem and leave enough meat on the bone so we both make property or profit. But I was justifying it. I was like, here's what this is going to cost. And I found out very quickly I was begging the question. I was making it about something other than the purchase price. Okay, because they would argue with that. I know somebody that'll do that cheaper. I know somebody that can get the material cheaper. I got a buddy. I know a guy. I know a guy. I know a guy. Okay, so I stopped that altogether. Here's what we can do. Here's how fast we can close. Here's how this works. Would you like to take the offer? That's it. That's it. Now, these days, and I just saw this today. This is what brought it up. So I'm listening in. I'm in the office. I have real people working for me, not some assistant, out of a different country calling people. I have real people, and I can hear one of the case managers talking on the phone, and she goes, I don't understand. Now, I have very strong people working for me, okay? I don't understand what you mean by I didn't validate you. How haven't I validated you? How have I not given your perception its due? How have I not validated you? And she's having a conversation. It keeps going on and on and on. She's like, well, I understand that. I made you an offer. I kept getting cut off. Finally, I went in and I said, would you like me? Would you like me to do this? And she was like, yes. She goes, hold on a second, ma'am. Hands it over to me. I said, hey, this is Sean Bougie. It's my company. I know. I've been listening in from down the hall, and I understand you're having a conversation with Jennifer. And she goes, well, she doesn't validate me. And I said, okay, well, I validate you. I give value to your opinion. She goes, oh. I said, yeah, I give value to your opinion and your perception and what you're saying. And I've overheard, I understand what you think the property's worth and why. And I get it that there's also a sentimental value here and all that. I understand all that completely. The most we can offer you is X. I quoted the same amount that was offered. This is what we do with a buyout. We have attorney costs. We have other costs. Well, what are those costs? I said, well, it depends on the state by state. Bottom line is this. It doesn't matter. This is what I can offer you. Well, you're not validating me, and you're not. No, ma'am. I'm not agreeing with you. I completely understand and respect where you're coming from. We have 2 different ideas of what this should be worth and what my value is, what I'm bringing to the table. You don't think it's enough for you to make X percent and me make this and then pay the costs out of it, and I completely understand and respect that. If you change your mind, please give us a call. We'll send you a letter outlining what we just talked about. If you change your mind and you want to work with us, give us a ring. If not, we'll just let it go. I very much appreciate it. Now, here's the third step. Or second step. If they continue on at that point, you need to have the come to Jesus talk. And what I mean by that is, whatever it is, if you're working 30 files on your own, you're working 50, 100, whatever it is, you just go, hey, listen. For us, it's hundreds, right? Listen, I'm getting 200 cases coming across my desk a week. There's only so many people that I'm going to get in contact with and have a conversation with. And there's only so many attorneys out there, and there's only so much money out there. This is what I can offer you. If you don't want to take it, I'm absolutely fine with that. I have got to go on to the next call. Now, guys, because people are going, oh my gosh, that was so mean. I can't believe you're so mean. Oh my gosh. I wasn't mean. And here's the most important point. I didn't raise my voice. Not giving him that cannon fodder. I didn't raise my voice. And at the end, before I hang up, I'd say, I'm going to hang up, and I wish you the best. Done. Just make your point and move on. They will come back 9 times out of 10. I promise you. But don't get caught up. Don't beg the question. Don't give them a reason for them to argue with you. And I'm not kidding you. When you go, well, I validate you. And I respect your perception. They got nothing less. That's their argument. They have no other argument. And I've taken it away from them. They can either work with us or not. Hope this helps.